You think you know the story of Napoleon Bonaparte, right? The military genius, the tactical mastermind who redrew the map of Europe. But what if I told you his greatest weapon wasn't a cannon, but a bank? That his most decisive victory wasn't on the battlefield, but in the treasury? Forget what you learned in history class. This is the story of how Napoleon engineered a financial revolution that turned a bankrupt nation into the economic superpower of the continent. When Napoleon took power in 1799, France was a financial corpse. The revolution had torn down the old system and tried to pay its bills by printing paper money called assignats. The result? Hyperinflation. The currency became worthless. The government was broke and no one on earth would lend it a single franc. It was a complete disaster. But Napoleon understood a secret that would change everything. To build an empire, you don't need a mountain of gold. You need confidence. And he built that confidence with two brutally brilliant moves. First, in 1800, he created the Bank of France. Imagine the chaos before this. Dozens of private banks all printing their own money. It was financial anarchy. You never knew if the note in your pocket would be worth anything tomorrow. The Bank of France changed the game. It became the sole issuer of a new, stable, and reliable currency backed by the full power of the state. Suddenly, there was liquidity. The government could finally get loans. It could pay soldiers, build roads, and equip its armies. This wasn't just a bank. It was the birth of modern finance in France. Then, in 1803, came his masterstroke, the franc germinal. This wasn't just another coin. It was a declaration of war on financial instability. For the first time in years, a franc was a franc. Its value was fixed, transparent, and rock solid. It was like the Bitcoin of its day, a sound money that people could finally trust. And what happens when you have a currency everyone trusts? Capital flows in. Merchants and bankers across Europe, fed up with volatile currencies, started using the franc. Napoleon wasn't just funding his empire with French taxes anymore, he was pulling the entire European economy into his orbit. This created a powerful cycle. Sound money led to confidence, confidence led to credit, and credit fueled production. This financial engine allowed Napoleon to build the Grande Armée, the most feared military machine in the world. But here's the darker side of the genius. After every victory, Napoleon didn't just take land. He demanded massive payments from the countries he defeated. Austria, Prussia, Russia. He forced them all to pay for his wars. He literally made his enemies finance their own destruction. It was the ultimate self-funding empire. But here's the final, biting irony. His financial system was so successful that it paid for his own downfall. The very stability he created allowed him to build an army so colossally huge that it became impossible to supply. This overreach led directly to the catastrophic invasion of Russia in 1812. When his military machine finally broke, the financial confidence that propped it up shattered along with it. For over a decade, though, Napoleon proved a profound truth. You can conquer territory with soldiers, but you can only build a lasting empire with bankers. His real, enduring legacy isn't the battlefield glory of Austerlitz. It's the Bank of France, an institution that outlived him, outlived his empire, and became the foundation of the modern French economy. Thanks for watching. If you found this hidden history as fascinating as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories they don't teach you in school. See you in the next one.